Sadashivasamaramбhaṃ Shankarācārya-madhyamāṃ Asmadācārya-paryantām Vande Guru-paramparām. Sukham nityam svaprakāśam vyāpakam nāma-rūpayoh adhishthānam buddhya-bodhyam buddhe-dhruvyattu nirmalam apāram sarva-vedānta vedyam pratyak-param mahah tadevāham namattoļyate iti me niscitāmatihi. Page 45, topic 68, fourth line. Vedānta siddhante Atmanonyasya sarvasyapi mithyātvena satyasya vastunah anumatrasyapi abhāvaniṣcayāt tasmāt satyabandhanubhavajanita samskārābhāvāt atmani bandhādhyāso na yujyate. Nischala introducing the Purva-Pakshi who is not accepting the Vedantic view. Vedantic view is that adhyasa is not possible, that is, superimposition upon Atma alone is the cause of samsara. Advaitins we are telling. Once we are presenting our view, Purva-Pakshi is not accepting that. This entire universe is superimposed upon Atma, we are telling. That superimposition is called adhyasa. That adhyasa is the cause for all problems. Whatever you are superimposing, this world, everything upon Atma is not there, but because of ignorance you are superimposing, we are telling. For that Purva-Pakshi says, entire universe is Satyam. What you are calling Anatma, this Anatma Prapancha is Satyam. So the Satya Vastu is there, therefore you cannot talk about superimposition, adhyasa. It is not possible, because any superimposition has to answer, it can happen only under 5 conditions. Superimposition can take place only under 5 conditions or samagri. Once that samagri is not there, this adhyasa or superimposition is not possible. What are those samagri is telling? From 66th topic onwards, we are seeing the first part of Purva-Pakshi. First he presents adhyasa is not possible. Therefore, jnanena na moksha. If you remove adhyasa, superimposition will go away and you will get jnanam and moksha, you are telling. Jnanena na moksha. Adhyasaha eva nasti, adhyasa nivrittihi nasti, tasmat jnanena moksha na sambhavati. Then second part of Purvapakshi comes after 72 topics, 73 onwards again he comes to another second part of Purvapakshi. What he says in the second part, Purvapakshi says, Karmana eva moksha. That is, he is going to argue. Now we are seeing what are those samagri. The samagri number 1, we are seeing bandhadhyasaha prathama samagri abhavaha. First condition for adhyasa you are not fulfilling, it is not possible. In your Vedānta mata, what he said there, normally to superimpose the snake upon the rope, you have a real snake experience previously. That real snake experience only created some vasanas in your mind, impressions in your mind. That impressions only comes out and you superimpose the snake upon the rope. That real Satya, Sarpa, Anubhava must be there previously. Once Satya, Sarpa, Anubhava there, then only impressions, then only projection, then only superimposition. All these cannot happen with regard to Anatma. Anatma, according to you, Vedānta mate, in your matam, there is no Satya Anatma to superimpose. In example, Satya Sarpa was there to experience and we get impression. But in your Vedānta mata, where is Satya Anatma? There is no Satya Anatma. Only Atma is there, Anatma is not there at all. According to you, Vedānta mate, Atmanaha Anyasya Sarvasyapi Mithyatvat. Other than Atma, Atmanaha Anyasya. In your Vedānta mata, other than Atma, Anyasya, whatever is there, it is Mithya, unreal, it is not there. Mithyatvat, Mithyātvena, Satyasya Vastunaha, real object, real entity, Anumatrasyapi, even an iota is not there. There are two things you can superimpose one thing another. Second thing is not there in your matam. You say Advaitam, Advaitam. How can you talk about superimposition? Who superimpose upon what? When there is no second thing. Purvapakshi arguing with us. Who superimpose upon whom? When there is no second real thing. Only real one Atma is there. How can you talk about superimposition? Abhavat, anumatrasyapi. Abhavat. There is no real second thing, even an iota, little bit. V bit also is not there. Abhavaha, nischayat, you have concluded like that. It is your firm standpoint. Purvapakshi is asking us, tasmat, therefore, Satya bandhanubhavaha, bhanoha janita. So Satya bandha means anatma in this context. So anatma, bandha, both are synonyms. So that bandha or anatma, Satya anatma, anubhava janita. Anubhava means experience. Experience born, anubhava janita, samskara. That impression, vasana, like sarpa vasana. Here anubhava janita, abhavat. Since real anatma is not there in your matam, therefore experience is not possible. Anatma anubhavaha nasti. Anatma Anubhava Janita Samskaraha api nasti. Tasmat Adhyasaha api nasti. Atmani Bandhadhyasaha na yujjate. Upon Atma, Anatma superimposition is not possible. First Samagri ruled out. Now second Samagri we have to read. Dvitiya Tritiya Samagriya Bhavaha Pramatru Pramana Doshadapi Bandhadhyasa Karana Bhavam Na Bhajataha Pramatradi Nikhila Prapanchaha Adhyasa Rupayiti Sachadhyasaha eva Bandhayiti cha Vedānta Siddhantaha Tatha cha Bandhadhyasat Purvam Pramatru Pramana Swarupasya Eva Asiddhehe Tadgata Doshanam Sutarama Siddhihi Tasmat Pramatru Pramana Dosha Asiddhehe Bandhadhyasaha na siddhyati. In this 69th topic, he is talking about Dvitiya, Tritiya. Dvitiya means second Samagri. Tritiya means third Samagri. Samagri means the factor, the condition which is required for the misconception or superimposition. Abhavaha means absence. Absence of that factor which is required for the superimposition. What I said, second and third Samagri in the previous page, Pramatru dosha and Pramana dosha. What is Pramatru dosha? He said, Purvapakshi, this Pramata who sees the shell, he is having lobha, greediness for silver. That is Pramatru dosha. Pramana dosha means kacha kamaladi. In eyes there is a defect. Shell appears as silver. That is that Pramana dosha. In example, so greediness was the dosha in Pramata, the perceiver who sees the shell, he sees it as silver because of lobha guna. So this is dosha with regard to Pramata. And his eyes are having some defect because of jaundice, otherwise Madras eye, some problem. Pramana dosha, chakshur dosha, in example. And here one correction in the first line, Pramatru Pramana dosha, doshau api, doshavapi. Two horns are there on thou, thou is appearing, but you put only one horn on the top of Dakara. Dosha, that is, not thou. So that is the Pramatru dosha, Pramana dosha in the example. Like that here also, what is the dosha? Is Pramatru dosha available for Adhyasa? Atmani, Anatma Adhyasa to happen, Pramatru dosha you have to show. Because in the example, Rajju Sarpa, shell silver, you are always talking. There is Pramatra dosha, Pramana dosha in the example. Fine. But in your Atma, Anatma, Adhyasala, Pramatra dosha is not there. Pramana dosha also is not there. Why? Pramatra, Pramana dosha samagri. Pramatra dosha means defect. Lobha is the defect. Greediness is the defect for Pramata to see the silver. Similarly, when he sees that Sarpa upon the rope, Bhayam is the dosha in the Pramata. Bhayam he has got, that's why he saw the snake upon the rope. So, Samagri Abhavaha. Pramatra Pramana doshau api. Pramata, the perceiver. Pramana, means of perception. Pramana means a means of perception. Perceiver, Pramata, the knower. Pramana, instrument. Doshau api. Even though they are not bandhadhyasa karana bhavam. So to happen the superimposition. This is the cause. Pramana dosha, Pramatra dosha is the karanam for the existence of superimposition. But na bhajataha, that is not possible in the case of Atma, Anatma, Adhyasa. Why? What is the reason? He gives Pramatradi Nikhila Prapanchaha Adhyasa Rupa iti. According to you, the Vedantin, this perceiver, perceiving instruments, Triputi, Pramata, Pramanam, Prameyam, all are mithya according to you. They are all born out of Adhyasa. According to Vedantin, whole Prapancha, Nikhila Prapanchasyapi, the entire Prapancham, you are seeing, you are perceiving, you are the perceiver. When I am perceiver, when I am using my sense organs, instruments, I see the world, Prameyam, I am the perceiver. With perceiving instruments, I perceive the objects. In your Vedanta Mata, what do you say? Perceiver is mithya. Perceiving sense instruments also mithya. Perceiving world is also, objective world is also mithya. Everything is mithya. Pramata mithya, Pramanam mithya. And you said Pramata, Pramanam born out of Adhyasa. Because of superimposition only. This Pramata, Pramanam, all are misconceptions. Upon Atma, Pramata is superimposed, Pramanam is superimposed, they are telling. So before Adhyasa happening, you are talking about Pramatra dosha, Pramana dosha. So they are not possible. After Adhyasa only Pramata, Pramanam comes. Before Adhyasa they won't come. So Pramata arrival and Pramanam arrival, their operation is after Adhyasa. That's what he says here. Pramatradi, Adipadat Pramanam. Pramata, the perceiver, and Pramanam, the perceiving instruments. Prapanchaha, Nikhila Prapancha, the entire universe. With Pramanam we are seeing entire universe, Prapanchaha. Adhyasa Rupaha iti. You said this whole thing is Adhyasa. Triputi is Adhyasa. It is superimposition. It is misconception, you said. Sahacha Adhyasaha eva bandhaha iti. That Adhyasa, superimposition alone is Anatma. Body, mind, Pramata is Anatma. Instruments are Anatma. World is Anatma. This Anatma Entire thing is anatma. Therefore, adhyasaha eva anatma iti. Bandhaha means anatma. The superimposition misconception alone is called anatma. Cha Vedānta siddhanta, your siddhanta, your opinion, Vedānta siddhanta. I am not telling, Purvapakshi says, I am not telling. I am seeing the world, I am the seer with my eyes, everything is poi, everything is false, you are telling. So, Pramatra, Pramana, Adi, Prapancha, etc., all are adhyasa only you are telling. Tathacha, therefore, Bandhadhyasat Purvam, before Anatma Adhyasa, superimposition of non-self upon the self, Purvam, before, Pramatra Pramana Swarupasya eva asiddhi. Before superimposition, Pramata has not yet come. After superimposition only Pramata comes. After superimposition only sense organs, instruments you start operating. And asiddhi means not available. They have not yet come. Adhyasa born first or Pramata Pramanam born first? Tell me. So this is the confusion. Because of Pramata Pramanam Adhyasa happens, or because of Adhyasa Pramata Pramanam comes. It is like saying from one child, another child is born. From one son, another son cannot be born. From one child can another child born? Not possible. So Adhyasa first it should come. It has to come, Pramata Pramana should be there. Pramata Pramana itself is Adhyasa. Who is coming first? Adhyasa is happening first. Or Pramata Pramanam comes first. Perceiver, perceiving instruments. He is confusing us. Vedantin, you are telling that Pramatra Pramana Swarupasya eva asiddhi. Before Adhyasa, there is no Pramata, there is no Pramana. Asiddhi, not available. Tad Gata Doshanam and Pramatra Dosha and Pramana Dosha. Pramata has got Lobha Guna, that's why he is seeing silver. And Pramana eyes are having problem, that's why he is seeing silver. Doshanam Pramatra Gata, Tadgata means Pramatra Pramana Gata Doshanam. Sutaram Asiddhi. Pramatra Pramana me innu varla, porakala. Inga dosha engirupum. Because of that dosha only superimposition has happened. Superimposition can happen when Pramata Pramanam is there and they have to have a defect, then only Adhyasa happens. We are telling in the example. And so to come to Darshtanta Atma Vishaya, Adhyasa to happen, Pramata Pramanam not yet come. Because Pramata Pramanam birth itself is called Adhyasa. So how can you talk about the dosha of Pramata and Pramanam, which is the cause for Adhyasa? So very, very subtle topic, you have to think a lot. And you have to go and read the paragraph or 10 times, 20 times, and you get clarity what he wants to say. Sutaram api, not at all. Sutaram, totally impossible. Asiddhi, not there. Tasmat Pramatra Pramana Dosha Asiddhehe. Since Pramatra Gata Dosha, Pramatra means perceiver, defect in the perceiver, and Pramana, defect in the instruments, Pramana, Dosha, defects are not possible. Asiddhihi. Therefore, Bandhadhyasa na siddhyat. Therefore, Adhyasa is not possible. Bandhadhyasa means Anatma Adhyasa. Superimposition of non-self upon the self. We are telling everything is superimposition only. A superimposition not there at all. Everything is real according to us. According to Purva Pakshi, everything is real. That is why Vishishtadvaitam, Ramanujacharya use all these statements in Sri Bhashyam. Brahma Sutra, Sri Bhashyam, he writes all these samagris. They never accept adhyasa. That is why they never accept Nyāya and Moksha. According to them, Moksha means only going to Salokya, Sarupya, Sayujya. That Loka, Vaikuntha Loka, is alone Mukti. They don't call Kramamukti at all. They don't have Kramamukti word at all. Only one Mukti they talk, going to Vaikuntha is Moksha. They never use the word Kramamukti. Kramamukti means Jnanam according to Vedānta. Understand? According to 8th chapter of Bhagavadgītā, this Upasaka goes to Brahmaloka. After going there, he studies from Brahmaji. Then he attains Brahmajnanam. Then he gradually gets Moksha. That is our Vedāntin's concept. But in Vishishtadvaita, they say only Mukti. That's all. What type of Mukti? Going to that Loka, he will attain Mukti, not Jnanam. Not even Kramamukti. According to Vedanta, Kramamukti also possible only through Jnanam. But they don't accept Jnana and Moksha. That's why we cannot use the word Kramamukti also with regard to Vishishtadvaita. Going to that Loka alone is Mukti for them. That's why they negate Adhyasa, they negate Jnanam, Jnana and Moksha, they negate. Understand? This is the second, third samagri. Non-availability is there, therefore there is no question of adhyasa. Now next page we will go. 70th topic. 70. Chaturtha samagriya bhavaha bandhatmanor anyonyam Sadrushya Rupa Prameya Doshopi Nasti Tama Prakashavad Viruddha Swarupatvat Prakashavad Viruddha Swarupat Tayoho Atma Pratyake Antarascha Bandhaha Anatma Para Bahyascha Atma Vishayi Prakashakaha Bandhastu Vishayaha Prakashyo Jadascha Pratichi Parachaha Parachi Pratichi Cha Pratichi Cha Adhyasaha Na Sambhavati Putradyapekshaya Swadehaha Pratyake Swadehe Putradinam Putradau Swadehasya Chadhyasaha Na Bhavati Tatha Vishaye Vishayinaha Vishayini Vishayasya Cha Adhyaso Na Bhavati Vishayatmaka Ghatadishu Deepadi Vishayinam Deepadauva Ghatadinam Nadhyasaha Evameva Sadrishya Bhavat Pratichi विषयिण्यात्मनि पराचो विषयस्य अनात्मनः बन्धस्य नैव अध्यासः सम्भवति प्रत्यक्पराचोर्यथा परस्परं विरोधः एवं विषयविषयिणोरपि तस्माद् ईदृशयोः आत्मानात्मनोः सादृश्याभावात् आत्मनि बन्धाध्यासः न शक्यते वर्णयितुम्। चतुर्थ सामग्री अभावः. Fourth factor for superimposition is sadrishyam, similarity. What are those similarities? In example, you have to remember. Rope and snake, they have got similarities. The curve, long, and all those stripes like similarities there. Even shell silver also has got similarity, shining, palapalyam. Shining is the similarity. So, to adhyasa to happen, similarity is one factor. Fourth one, this is also not there with regard to your anatma superimposition on atma. Sadrishyam is not there. Why sadrishyam is not there? What is the reason? He says, explanation, chaturtha samagri abhava. Fourth factor is not there, it is absent. What is that? Bandhatmanoho anyonyam. Bandha atmana means anatma atmanoho. Atma, anatma, self and non-self. You have to remember Vedantins' view also. We the Vedantins say all this body, mind, complex, all names are anatma. This is superimposed upon atma, we are telling. So bandha atmanoho means anatma atmanoho. Anyonyam, mutual. Anyonyam. Sadrishya rupa prameya doshaha api nasti. Sadrishya rupa means similarity. In the form of similarity, rupa doshaha, prameyaha, prameyagata dosha. That dosha is not there in the prameya, that object. Nasti. Why? What is the reason? Tama prakashavat viruddha swarupatvat tayo. Atma and anatma both are like light and darkness. That much they are having contradictory features. Tamaha means darkness, prakashaha means light. Tama prakashavad, like darkness and light. Viruddha, opposite. Swarupa, opposite nature. Darkness and light both are having totally opposite nature. You want explanation? You don't want that, sir. You know how opposite they are. Viruddha swarupatvad, because of that, tayoho. Like that, atma, anatma also totally opposite. Once they are totally opposite, there is no similarity. But in your example, there is similarity, superimposition, Raju Sarpa, Shukti Rajata, you are go on quoting that example. There is similarity. In your Atma and Atma, what similarity is there? Both are like light and darkness. Similarity is not there. Therefore, fourth factor cannot be fulfilled. Further, he is explaining. Why there are no similarities? Because Atma self is inside, internal, and Anatma is external, outside. Whereas rope, snake, both are outside. Superimposition is possible. Whereas Atma, Anatma, both are, one is outside, one is Bhahyaha, another is Antaraha. Look into that. Atma, Pratyak, inwards. Atma is internal. Atma, Pratyak. Antaraha, it is inside. Pratyak means inside. Inside, inwards. Closer one. Whereas Bandhaha, now he gives the meaning, you see, Bandhaha is equal to Anatma. Adu ange sollakudadu. He is telling here only. That is why I am telling from that Bandha word onwards, Anatma. Bandhaha is equal to Anatma. Anatma is body, mind, complex world, everything is outside or inside? Outside. Parak. Parak means Bahyascha. Pratyak is Chakarantaha, Pullingaha, Pratyang Shabdaha. Pratyang, Pratyangcho, Pratyangchaha. Pratyak, Pradhama Ekavachanam. Similarly, Parak also. Parak, Chakarantaha, Pullingaha, Parang Shabdaha. Parak, Parancho, Paranchaha. That is Bahyascha. Anatma is outside. Atma is inside. How is it possible? Adhyasa. Then, this is the first point. Second point is say, Atma Vishayi Prakashaka. Self happens to be the subject, Vishayi, and illuminator also. It is the revealer. Prakashaka means revealer. Illuminator. Revealer is the meaning. Experiencer. Bandhastu, Bandha means Anatmastu, Vishayaha, object of experience. Vishayaha. Anatma is the object of experience. Atma is subject of experience. So Prakashyaha, Jadascha. So it is Jadam, inert. Anatma is Jadam, inert. And Prakashyaha means revealed. Object is always revealed by the subject, revealer. So subject, object, revealer, revealed. Both are, subject can never be the object can never be the subject. Vishaya, Vishayini. Jada Prakasha. One is Prakashaha, another is Prakashyaha. Atma is Prakashakaha. Anatma is Prakashyaha, revealed. Revealed or experienced. This is the Pratichi Parachaha, Parachi Pratichascha, Adhyasaha na Sambhavati. Pratichi Parachaha. He puts in seventh case and second case. Parachaha is the second case, Ditya Bahuvachanam, Parachaha, Parang Shabdasya. Pratichi, Pratyak Shabdasya, seventh case, Pratichi. Upon inside object, outside object cannot be superimposed. Similarly, Parachi upon outside, external object, Pratichischa, internal object cannot be superimposed. Either they both can be internal or both can be external. This is the condition for superimposition, but it is not there. Atma is inside Pratyak, Anatma is outside Parak. How is it possible? One is subject, another is object. One is the revealer, another is revealed. One is the illuminator, another is illumined. One is Chaitanyam, another is Jadam. How is it possible? It is like Putrad Apekshaya Swadehaha. From the standpoint of my son, My Swadeha, my Deha is very closer, very close to me. Similarly, Pratyak, it is internal. With compared to my son or daughter, my body is internal, closer to me. Similarly, Swadehe Putradina, from it is like superimposing the son upon the father, father upon the son. Adu eppadi superimpose panna mudiyum? One is closer, Pratyak, another is Parak, external. Putradinam, Putradau Swadehascha. Superimposing external son upon internal, inside Deha, which is closer. And superimposing this internal one upon the external son. It is not possible. Adhyasaha na sambhavati. Because internal, external one cannot have superimposition. Either both have to be internal or both must be external. So that is the second example. Then third example he gives, Tatha Vishaye Vishayinaha Vishayini Vishayasya cha Adhyaso na bhavati. Superimposing the subject upon the object, object upon the subject is not possible. Vishayaha is opposite. Vishayi means subject. So subject cannot be superimposed upon object, object cannot be superimposed upon the subject. Because subject is closer, object is always farther. So farther one cannot be superimposed on the closer one. Closer one cannot be superimposed upon the farther one. So Vishayatmaka Ghatadishu. He gives another example how it cannot be superimposed. Just like Ghata, Pata, etc. Pot, cloth, anything. Ghatadishu. They come under object. Vishayatmaka. Deepadi Vishayinam. Deepa, light is the revealer. Pot is revealed. Now the pot is revealed by the light. Light is the revealer. Pot can be superimposed upon the light? Can you see the pot as light or light as pot? How is it possible? Object cannot be superimposed upon the subject. Illuminator cannot be superimposed upon the illumined. That's what he says here. Deepadi Vishayinam Deepadova Ghatadinam na adhyasaha. It cannot take place because Atma happens to be the subject, Anatma happens to be the object. Atma happens to be the illuminator, Anatma happens to be the illumined. So illuminator, illumined cannot have any similarity. Therefore they cannot be superimposed one upon the other. Na adhyasaha sambhavati. Na sambhavati, you have to supply. Adhyasaha na sambhavati. Evameva, in the same manner. Now examples over. Illuminator, pot, light, andhakara, surya. Similarly, sadrishya bhavat pratichi. Since there is no similarity, sadrishya bhavat pratichi, upon Atma, pratichi, vishayinyatmani. Atma is vishayi. Upon the upon Atma, Atmani. What is that Atma? Vishayi. Vishayi is the Atma. Vishayini Atmani, subject. Vishayini Atmani. Pratichi is equal to Vishayi is equal to Atma. Parachaha, that external one, Vishayaha Anatmaha. So Parachaha is the external one is equal to Anatma is equal to Vishayaha, object. So all are synonyms. Bandhasya naiva adhyasaha sambhavati. So anatmanaha, Bandhasya means anatmanaha. Adhyasaha naiva sambhavati. So all the 3 points you have to remember. Internal pratichi, upon the internal one pratichi, vishayi, atma, and external parak, whatever is there, anatma and vishaya. Superimposition is not possible because of these reasons. One is external, one is internal. One is subject, another is object. One is the revealer, another is revealed. So, one is the illuminator, another is illumined. Upon or between both of them, superimposition is not possible. Adhyasaha na sambhavati. Naiva is there. Adhyasaha na sambhavati eva. It is not at all possible. Therefore, pratyak parachayoho, parachoho, yatha, just as internal and external, parasparam virodha, internal cannot be external, external cannot be internal, both are virodha, opposite. Evam vishaya vishayinoho api. Similarly, subject object are also different. Tasmad idrishayoho atma anatmanoho. Idrishayoho means this type of means is atma inside, anatma is outside. Atma is the subject, anatma is the object, atma is the revealer, anatma is revealed. Therefore, because of these reasons, atma anatma also same like that, sadrishya abhava. There don't have any sadrishyam, similarity. Eppadi similarity irukka mudiyum? Virodha swabhavat. Similarities cannot be there. Abhavat atmani bandhadhyasaha. So upon atma, anatma cannot be superimposed. Na shakyate varnayitam. You cannot talk, you cannot describe. You cannot give the description of superimposition at all. Therefore, go back. Go back, and a black flag they show. That like that, you go back. Purvapakshi says. How intelligent they are, you see. Next topic. Topic 71. Panchama samagriya bhavaha bandhadhyase adhisthana visheshamsha jnanamapi visheshamsha jnanamapi na sambhavati bandhadhisthana brahmanaha swayam prakasha jnana swarupatvat yat sakshad aparokshad brahma iti shrutehe etadrishe brahmani aditye andhakaravat ajnanam na kathanchana yujyeta yatha prakashatmakam saviturandhakarasya cha virodhaha apariharyaha evam swaprakasha chaitanyatmakam brahmanaha tamorupa jnanasya cha paraspara virodhosti tasmat swayam prakasha rupatvat adhishthanasya tad visheshamshah ajnana sambhavaha eva ajnana sambhava eva Panchama Samagri Abhavaha. Fifth factor for Adhyasa also is absent. Abhavaha. What is that fifth factor? I said in that Adhisthana Vishesha Jnanam Samanya Jnanam Visa Idamamsha, this knowledge and specific knowledge. There is something he knows, but that there is rope he do not know. Rope knowledge is Vishesha Jnana. There is something is called Samanya Jnana. He knows that there is something in semi-darkness. He knows that there is something in semi-darkness, something is there. But what is that something? Vishesha Jnanam is not there. That is the cause for the superimposition of the snake. Clear in the example. Similarly, here also he is talking about Atma Vishesha Jnanam Abhavaha. Anatma we are superimposing because of not knowing the Atma specifically. That is what our contention. He says Atma is Swaprakashaha, Swayam Prakashaha. How can Vishesha Ajnanam can happen? So Vishesha Ajnanam, Rajju Jnanam is not there, Vishesha Jnanam. That is why he is superimposing the snake. Adhyasa takes place. Ange correct irukku. In Rajju Ajnanam, that is called Vishesha Ajnana. Vishesha Ajnana, specific knowledge. What is that specific knowledge? Ropa Pakara, the specific knowledge. That is happening in that example, but not here. Atma Anatma. In Atma is, he says, Bandhadhyase Atma, Anatma Adhyasa, superimposition of Anatma in this regard, Adhisthana Visheshamsha Ajnanamapi. Adhisthana Vishesham. Adhisthana means Atma. That is Vishesham. Here Vishesham means what? Specific knowledge. Namakella Atma Ajnanam irukku solrom illaya. So Adhisthana Vishesha Ajnanam api. That is also not possible. Na sambhavati. Atma Jnanam is there. No samsara. Atma Ajnanam means Vishesha Ajnanam. What is that Vishesham? Adhisthana. Adhisthana means Atma here. So Adhishthanam means Atma. That is Vishesha Jnanam. But you are telling Vishesha Ajnananda Adhyasati Karanam children. Is it not? Not knowing Atma, Vishesha Ajnanam, Adhisthana Ajnanam alone is the cause. But that Ajnanam cannot happen. Purvapakshi says, why it cannot happen? Why it cannot happen? Na sambhavati. Bandha adhisthana brahmanaha. Bandha means anatma. Anatma adhisthana brahmanaha. So adhisthana means Brahman or Atma. Adhisthana brahmanaha. Swayam prakasha jnana swarupatvat. So this Atma happens to be Swayam Prakash, self-luminous, ever effulgent. Ever effulgent. Your rope is not ever effulgent. So in that rope it can happen. Swayam Prakasha, Jnana Swarupatvat. It is Jnana Swarupam, ever evident. Jnana Swarupam Atma Brahman. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Jnana Swarupam Brahma. Prakasha Swarupam Brahma, self-evident, self-luminous. Because of that, where it is said in Brihadaranyaka, yes, Sakshat Aparokshat Brahma. Atma is ever evident directly, everyone knows. Nan irikena illaya nanna theriyumanda. So Aparokshat Brahma, everyone knows. 341 Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Ushasta Brahmanam. And 351, same statement comes, Kahola Brahmanam also. 351, Brihadaranyaka. Iti Shrutehe. Upanishad also tells Atma is self-luminous, self-evident. Etadrishe Brahmani. This type of Brahman, Ipadipatta Brahman in Artha. Etadrishe Brahman. Upon such a Brahman who is self-luminous, self-evident, ever-evident, such a Brahman, upon that, who is like Aditya, like sun, luminous sun, Andhakaravad Ajnanam. Can darkness be there in the sun? Can darkness be there in the, not on your sun, on Surya, Aditya sun? Darkness is not at all possible. Like that, Anatma is Andhakaram. Brahman happens to be like a Aditya Surya. How this Andhakara Rupa Anatma is superimposed upon Aditya like Brahman or Atma? Enna pesrappa ni kekra. Ajnanam Andhakara Rupa Ajnanam Anatma na kadhanchana yujeta. Superimposing this Ajnana Rupa Andhakara Rupa Anatma upon Aditya Rupa, Surya Rupa, Atmani, superimposition never happened. Yatha Prakashatmaka Savituhu Andhakarasya cha Virodha Apariharyaha. Just like Savituhu, same example. Continue. Savitu means Surya. It is just like darkness went and made that sun not to appear. Eppadi nadakku? Savituhu Prakashatmaka Savitu. The self-luminous sun, Savituhu means that sun, upon that, Andhakarasya cha. Andhakara means darkness. Both are Virodha, quite opposite. Darkness cannot cover the sun. Virodha, Apariharyaha, can never be dismissed. Andhakara can never dismiss the brightness of the sun. Why? Sun is so luminous. On the other hand, darkness runs away when sun is there. Clear? Cannot be dismissed. It can never happen. Apariharyaha. Evam Swaprakasha Chaitanyatmaka Brahmanaha Tamo Rupa Ajnanasya cha. Ajnanasya Mula Vidya. This Mula Vidya, how can it be superimposed upon Atma? Surya like Atmani, Brahmani, how this Anatma, Mula Vidya can be superimposed? How is it possible? Paraspara Virodha asti. They have mutual contradiction, opposite attributes, both of them have. Tasmat Swayam Prakasha Rupatvat. Since Atma or Brahman happens to be self-luminous, Swayam Prakasha means self-luminous or self-evident. Adhishtanam, it is Adhishtanasya Tad Visheshamsha Ajnanam Asambhavaha eva. Sachena Atman or Brahman's Vishesha Ajnana, ignorance of that specific knowledge about that Atma or Brahman can never happen. Vishesha Ajnana irundada Adhyasa can take place. So Adhyasa can never happen because there is no Ajnanam of Vishesha Amsha Adhishtana Atma Brahmani. There is no any Ajnanam at all. Because it is Jnana Swarupam, self-luminous. How is it possible? Therefore, fifth Samagri also ruled out. The fifth Samagri, two reasons he gives. This is the first part, first reason. Then 72, topic number 72. He gives second reason for Pancha Samagri Abhavaha. Fifth Samagri is not available. I will give you the second reason also. That we will see in the next class. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.